After 7 weeks of pre-marathon training, it was finally time for my 5K time trial. So just how much progress had I made? Well, we're gonna find out. Welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Eric. I'm a hobbyist runner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, with aspirations of running the Boston Marathon. So December in Southern Ontario can go one of two ways. The first is very mild, maybe a little damp out, but otherwise very good for running. The second, and the actual situation out there, is, well, everything is covered in snow and ice, and it's not good for running. However, I did have a little luck on my side this year, and there was a very brief thaw just before the time trial, so I decided to go down to the track to check things out.
Okay, just doing a lap out here, and overall, track is a little more rigid than it is usually. And those winds are cutting, so I'm glad I can choose a windless day to do this. Oh my god, that is biting to the bone. There are like little patches of ice that I'm seeing on the track. As we get to this side of the track, you'll see I kind of have to like dip into lane 2. And before you know it, that covers 1, 2, 3. I kind of have to go out in 4. We're just gonna have a little jog here in lane 8. I'm recovering from long run, so I can't go full speed. We're just gonna see how this works out. Okay, that is a little stiff, but honestly, that's fine. I think we have option A. Let's get back to the car.
With track conditions good enough, there was another factor to contend with, and that was the wind. Around this time of year, the wind can be a complete crapshoot, so you can have complete dead still, or you can have gusts up to 60 kilometers per hour. So this year, it's all about lining up a day where the track is thawed out and where there is little to no wind. As of right now, the best times are the night of the 24th, Christmas Eve, or the morning/afternoon of the 25th, Christmas Day. Now, I don't really like running on those days, but I guess it's what I'm gonna have to do because the winds on any of those other days are gonna be brutal, and there's also gonna be precipitation, which is not gonna be good. For right now though, I'm just gonna run a quick little session, 8x400 at slightly faster than race pace. I don't wanna overdo it. The point of this run is just to keep my legs turning over, keep myself sharp, remind myself what it is to run fast. I've been looking forward to this. I think I'm starting to feel a little burned out from work. Ready for the holidays, that's for sure. This session was really nice and controlled, and it felt really great to be running shorter 400-meter repeats again because the 600, 800, and 1Ks were really taxing on the legs. That said, I did feel like I had a lot of fatigue in my legs, but an easy day and a rest day would help resolve that. And then it was time for the time trial.
It is the morning of the time trial, and I didn't sleep so good last night. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was nerves, but I don't think so because it's not a race. Like, if I fail, I can just try again in a couple of weeks probably. Probably gonna sneak down to the track, see what conditions are like. I don't even know why I reconned on Sunday, to be honest, because we had a freezing rainstorm on Monday night, and then there was crazy high winds last night. So it might be completely dry, or it might be completely iced over. I don't know which, we'll see. All right, just got done with lunch. Now we're here at the track, and there's a soccer team over there actually playing, so it's warm enough for them, it's warm enough for me. All right, let's see how we've done, and oh wow, that is even better than I could have ever possibly hoped for. Okay, let's go over this frosty spot here. I know I'm wearing Vans right now, so this isn't gonna be the same, but let's try it. This is the part that sketches me out. Like, there are dry patches like this where it's perfect, but here it's not so good. What I'm worried about is losing my footing or just not getting perfect traction. Okay, this is lane 1. This has thawed away a little since Sunday, so it's a positive development. Ooh, that is someone's frozen shirt. Okay, I'm gonna move over to lane 4 now because that's probably the one I'm running in. Okay, this day has gone a little long. I'm gonna have maybe an hour after the sun sets to get this time trial done. The other caveat about using lane 4 is it's not perfectly 400 meters. It's like 407, I forget the number, but it's not perfectly 400. Okay, not great, not terrible. let's go home, get changed, come back, get this done.
Hey, so I totally meant to film that time trial with B-roll and all, but with how the day unfolded, there were some circumstances preventing that. First thing, if you've ever worked with these action cameras, you'll know when you're shooting in higher frame rates, you need quite a bit of light. By the time I finished the time trial, the sun had completely set, so not only would I have very bad image quality, well, none of the continuity would line up. The second thing, and probably more important, I was not alone out there. There were 4 other runners. And in these types of situations, I try to keep valuables out of sight. Better safe than sorry. Alright, enough caveats. The result of the 5K time trial is... I didn't finish. Yeah, here's me right after that.
Not gonna go too deep into this, just wasn't my day. About a mile in, I felt, oof, my legs just don't feel like poppy like they usually do, and today's just been one thing after another, so didn't get good sleep last night, then woke up late this morning, had breakfast, then went for lunch. They got my order, but they did not cook my order, so all said and done, I ate a little bit of pasta and finished eating about 2:30, about an hour and a bit, and I don't think that food's fully digested right now. I can still feel like that kind of... I'm trying to not beat myself up too much right now. I'm trying to remember what Jack Daniels said, you know, a good runner takes credit for their successes, and then they like externalize their failures. So, you know, it was a fluke, you know, all these reasons why that's not me. We'll try again whenever conditions allow, but yeah, I just feel like really lousy right now because I had a 100 milligram caffeine gel and I know I am not gonna sleep well tonight. Yeah. Okay, so I just checked and the decision to run another one in a couple of weeks' time might not actually be in my hands because these wind speeds are crazy and I don't think they're conducive to the speeds I want to run. I'll make a decision in the morning, but I'm leaning towards just sending it again tomorrow because the worst that can happen is I don't run a 5K PB, which is where I'm at right now, so literally nothing to lose. All right, so I slept on it. It's about 2 p.m. right now, debating whether I should go full send. The wind has died down somewhat, but it's still like 20 kilometers per hour, which isn't bad, but it's also not great. Now I'm wondering, would it feel worse if I finished and didn't get the time that I wanted, or would it feel worse if I just waited 3 to 4 weeks to do another full send? And I think the latter would feel worse, so you know what? We're gonna go out there. All right, just got done the warm up. Going north in the wind feels really rough, but we're just gonna send it. We're gonna try to finish today.
The curious thing about the 5K is that it hurts like hell, but it's short enough that you forget really quickly and you want to do another one as soon as possible. And while you're out there in exquisite pain, you start to question life decisions, like the ones that led you to wearing a full winter running kit and running a 5K on Christmas Day. The reason why I prefer distance races is because there's a lot of wiggle room and time to adjust. With a 5K, you either have it or you don't, and when you don't, you just watch your goal time slowly slip away. And today was one of those days because the final time was 18:27.
So PB of 4 seconds. Yeah, not what I was really looking for here today, but you know, given the wind and like how I'm dressed, that kind of hampered me quite a bit. I remember just going around that bend over there and like coming around, like that was really tough in terms of just, you know, I could barely hold 10K pace, let alone 5. Look, the gusts were only about 40 kilometers per hour, which isn't terrible by any means, but for a 5K like this, yeah, not really what you want. But yeah, the crying shame is if I was better rested, better fed for yesterday, might have probably been able to take it, but it's neither here nor there. I think if I just stick to the training for a little bit, wait till it warms up, try this again during like maybe early summer, late spring, see how we shake out, you know, might be able to take it. But for now,
Yeah, I'm not really disappointed in the results. It is still a PB, and top end speed stuff has never really been my game. So yeah, let's go home and get some dinner.
Unfortunately, that would be it for attempts because the very next day, a very bad winter storm rolled in, covering the track in snow, meaning that the 10K time trial I had planned would have to be put on ice. Literally. This is a pretty bittersweet ending to the pre-marathon training block, but like I said, this is a delay, not a cancellation. I'll take another attempt at sub 18 when weather conditions allow. That said, there were some pretty big positives to take away from these past 12 weeks. The first is it felt really good to be hitting workouts that focused on top speed once again. For the past year and a half, my workouts have been revolving around the half marathon and full marathon distance, so doing these 5K workouts felt really good because it made marathon pace feel really easy. There's a substantial difference between 3:35 per kilometer and 4:12. I would go as far as to say if you feel like you're plateauing in the half or full, maybe give a 5 or 10K training block a try. Another positive, getting comfortable with zone 3/steady pace running, that's been a runaway success. So I feel really good going into this next marathon training block and confident I can come out the other end uninjured. However, I'm still going to be very careful because between now and the Vancouver Marathon, there's 16 weeks. So to see how I shake out with that training, hit subscribe. Also, if you made this far into the video, consider giving it a like. Best way to help out the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching.